Hey there, Angel of Galaxy, back again with some more channeled messages for your loved ones. I do hope you're all doing well. Just want to start by saying thank you very much for clicking on my channel. Any support, very much appreciated. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that notification button if you'd like to support my channel, of course. Remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. It could be their loved lost one or a situation around you or them. You just may be that heavenly post person, delivering communication where it needs to go. If I say male or female, remember, we have both aspects, the divine feminine and masculine. So please take it as it resonates. Okay. I do hope you're all doing well. And life is treating you well. Okay, where are we going? Alright, so my first message is altruism. Okay. So what is that? It's the selfless act of helping others without expecting anything in return. I'm hearing altruism. Okay. Alright, oh no, don't worry. Yeah. So this person coming in was unselfish, would want to benefit someone else, even though it would result in disadvantage to his soul. He's saying it wouldn't be merely a matter of being helpful, it was helpfulness at all costs to himself. He would run into a burning house to save others if he had to. Wow, okay. So he wants me to share this with you. If we go back to ancient history of mankind, for more than 1 million years, man was a simple tribal being, living in small groups where everyone knew everyone else, and everyone was closely genetically related to everyone else, apart from a certain amount of outbreeding. But on the whole, your own tribe was a relative of some kind, even if a rather remote one. So a certain degree of altruism was therefore appropriate where all members of your tribe were concerned. You were helping copies of your genes. May not be responding so intensely as you would for your children, but would nevertheless give them a degree of help, again on the basis of genetic selfishness. This is not, of course, a calculated process. It is based unconsciously on an emotion we call love. So rushing to save a complete stranger in a way can be looked at as an accident, okay, which is caused by rapid growth of human population. Previously, for 1 million years, man was tribal, and any inborn urge to help his fellow man would have meant automatically that he was helping gene-sharing relatives, even if only remote ones. So no need for this urge to be selective, alright, because there was no strangers around to create problems. But the urban explosion, man found himself in huge communities, surrounded by strangers. No time for genetic constitution to alter, to fit the startlingly new circumstances. So altruism inevitably spread to include all of his new fellow citizens, even though many of them may have been genetically quite unrelated to him. So I'm hearing Jackson, so it could be a last name or a first. He has 2 brothers, and he passed to the land of light in 2012 or nearabouts. Oh, my eye is pounding, so this may have, it may be relevant, yeah, okay. How? He says he had a love of watching films so may have frequented the cinema quite a lot. And I'm seeing fingers crossed for one of his brothers. So he knows that you are hoping and expectant for your results to come back negative. So yes, okay, so gosh, yeah, I hope so as well. He wants you to know he was with you when you had your screening and will be right behind you when your results are revealed. Oh, that's nice to know. Just like the burning fire analogy, he is still very protective of his genes and his tribe, and saying after this scare, you must change your lifestyle and eating habits and get more rest. The expression fingers crossed, for all who don't know in other countries who don't use them, is used to convey that a person is hoping and expectant. It refers to a hand gesture that is often used to express a wish for good luck. In some circumstances, the act of crossing one's fingers can be interpreted as trying to implore God for protection. So may have been praying. Okay. He's saying, do it for the kids as they need their father around. And he's also saying, thank you for looking out for Archie. We are not that dissimilar after all. Love to you all. And I'm hearing Rupert, but doesn't have to be him. As I say always, souls can piggyback on one message. So if the message seems right, then no doubt there's something within that message or the message. But the names and the dates may be a little wrong. Okay. Right. Okay. So, Spirit wants to talk to me about something that we here in the West are not really great with, okay? So bear with me with this, it's not really bad. So death is the most important journey we will ever make, but few people prepare themselves for it. Western cultures generally do not want to address the subject of death, and this has led to it not being dealt with very well. In spite of there being many accounts of near-death experiences, we still feel it is an awful mystery and prefer to sweep it under the carpet. It is our attitude to it that actually cause a lot of problems. The language we use around death also exasperates the situation. We talk about death as loss and about those who cry as having broken down. The way we speak of death constantly reinforces an unhealthy relationship with it. We often don't know how to talk to somebody who has just experienced death of someone close to them, who has experienced the death of someone close to them, and avoid the subject, creating strained relationships. This can actually lead to losing friends because they do not know how to deal with the situation. People still find it hard to express their emotions and feel it is inappropriate to cry in company or public. We also don't know how to deal with children around death. An erroneous idea protecting them divorces them from the natural grieving process and contact with someone close who is dying. Adults huddle in groups and whisper about the member of the family who had just died, and send the children into the bedrooms out of the way. This can leave a lasting impression on a child that death is something mysterious and needs to be feared. Fear of death has been so deeply woven into our belief system. You may be shocked to know that viewed from the spirit, death is a wondrous initiation. From the point of view of spirit, what we call birth is death. As our consciousness emerges with the physical world, we go through a band of energy that whips clean the memory of who we are on higher levels of consciousness. When we incarnate, we die to the knowledge of ourselves as being something more than flesh and blood and personality. But for spirit, there could be no greater death. What we call death is the dropping of this limited view of ourselves and being reborn to the knowledge we are great beings of light. Yes, when a loved one dies, it is very painful for us, but the fear and mystery around it have exasperated the suffering both for the dying and others. If we knew that our loved ones were going on an amazing journey and there would be wonderful loving beings meeting them, and that they were returning to their family in spirit, then we would be able to feel that sadness and the joy. Let's change attitudes towards death. Think of it as an ascension process. Realize that there is just love and no separation. And then death will lose its sting for all of us. Alright, so in my mind's eye right now, I'm being shown the Temperance card. So that's the alchemist. Lead is turned to gold, water into wine, and so forth. Moderation and balance lead to the centre. I'm feeling with patience you'll have the ability to skillfully mix things up in a peaceful way by using diplomacy and a willingness to hear both sides. You will be fortuitous when tackling this dilemma. So I don't know who this is for. This person needs to heal from past hurts and finds it hard to seek solutions, to their problems. I think you need to throw out the dead wood from your life, and then you'll be able to step forward with this happiness, Alright, so next I'm seeing the Moon card making me work to do. Upright, so you're blessed with strong instincts. And I think you can navigate tricky situations with ease. But you are in touch with this person's feelings that we're talking about. You can understand their shadow self and how this is impacting their behaviour right now. I'm sensing a lot of fear though and stubbornness, as they're feeling anxious of the unknown and what is lurking in the darkness, so to speak. Alright, so what are you holding up now? You're making me work. The Hierophant reverse, alright. So this is showing me that the person in question is very rigid and intolerant to others. See, this card can be upright when others are truthful, so this may be why you haven't stepped forward as yet. Alright. So maybe you just need to have blind faith. And know what you have to have. You have what it takes to deal with their intolerance to any type of help. But they will eventually, I'm feeling, be willing to conform. And you can see through their principles that they believe are undeniably true and can lead them to see a situation in reality. Yeah, alright. Yeah. So keep on it. Yeah. Alright then, so I'm going to do the cards for today that I shuffled earlier. Okay, so I'm standing right next to you. And when I'm thinking about I'm standing right next to you, when you feel that shiver, just a knowing that something feels a little bit different, or like I was saying earlier, dropping temperature. It's quite funny that's come up actually, because that goes with one of the readings, doesn't it? Standing next to you, yeah. Sometimes I see like a shadow come up behind me, or something flitting. If I see my dogs in spirit, they can be like an orb on a photograph, and that's been right next to me when someone's taken a photo. I put down a rug, for instance, on the floor and took a photograph because I was selling it, and there in the middle of my rug was an orb, you know. So what was amazing is when I zoomed into that in the camera, you could see a little dog's face. So I believe that was my little chihuahua that passed away quite a few years ago. Yeah, bless him. And actually he used to quite like that rug, so that made a lot of sense. But they are very much around us, you know. Sometimes we look up into the sky and we're like, oh, I wish you could hear me, but actually there they are right next to you. They do say that the spirit world is on a level, you know, they vibrate consciously on a level above us, but if you look through a window, it's like, you know, say you're looking through your window outside, it's like they're there, you know, they're that close. And when they come in close, you can really feel it. I mean, I get bone chillingly cold, like I've mentioned. So just know that they're there, you know. Speak to them, you know, they can hear you. If that makes you feel better, yeah, do that. All right. And what's lovely is freedom. So we have freedom. Yeah. Yeah, of course they do, just like I'd said before in one of the readings, that they possess this power and the free will to create, you know, and so do you, you know, and believing that they're there, living this life, you know, when they go over to the other side, there is a recreation of things that they would be familiar with in life. For instance, I always used to say to, you know, somebody that when they cross over, they'll be in a zoo or something like that, or an animal wildlife park, because that's when, as soon as they cross over, that will be there just to make them feel comfortable. Or somebody who loves shopping, for instance, I think, like I put in one of my readings, somebody came through and was talking about that. Yeah, just because, so it's not too much of a shock. But I think it's just, honestly, I can't say it enough, or any medium or anyone who deals with passed on loved ones, all they want you to know is they are free. They are no longer stuck in the situation they were in, whether that be a mental situation or an illness. No, they're flowering here with the freedom card. Just cut those chains, you know, and allow yourself to forgive, to forget, and to move on. You have done nothing wrong. It's time to let go, you know, live the rest of your life. And I promise you, you will see them again when we cross over. Inevitably, they're always there. So yeah. So anyway, I guess I better end, because I need to go off and do some stuff today. But I'd just like to say thank you very much, you know, and I'd like to end by thanking each and every one of you for watching my channel. Grateful and humble to have a platform where Spirit and I can co-create to bring messages to people who need them. Please stay safe, stay happy, and spread the love. As always, it's a brand new channel, so if you want to support me, please like, subscribe, share, comment, or do anything that will lift those algorithms. Thank you very much. Oh, and thank you so much to all my subscribers. I'm very excited. We're growing slowly, but we'll get there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From my heart to yours, till next time, much love.